As I said, my timing is impeccable.
Yeah, clearly.
Oh
She
my
says
gosh, stop it, kid!
What?
Yeah, you do kind of sound like a horse chomping on those bloody fruit pastels.
I can't help it.
What is this ASMR chewing at this
Oh
point?
no.
Hi
Well, it might
guys.
as well be at this point.
Hello guys.
Please
Oh,
never,
don't forget.
please never do that again. That is just absolutely hideous. Yeah, exactly.
My mouth is all sour now.
Good. I hope you suffer.
Thank you, Pete. Love you too.
Oh, so
Look, I
nice.
gave you sympathy when you had a headache the other day. Now that stopped.
I suppose you
thought-
did.
I was being nice, but now I have to go back to my normal dictator-like status.
Dick.
Well, like you've gone from medic Pete to I'll steal your lunch money Pete.
I'm not just stealing your lunch money. I'm stealing your mortgage money, mate.
I thought you were gonna say I'm breaking your knees or something like that.
I could do that
I'm not just
too.
stealing your
but-
lunch money. I'm taking your kneecaps, boy.
Well, yeah,
Bueno.
that's if you default on payments. That's I'm afraid. Howdy, Brenton. So yeah, default on those payments. There go those kneecaps, my friend.
Hello to new follower. I need to move the alert box.
I did see who it was. I can let you know who it was if I check my
I
deletes.
am gonna need to look up Twitch so I can see chat. Pardon me.
Don't see it now for some reason. Yeah, not sure. Can't remember who it was.
Could be a bot. I don't know.
It doesn't look like a bot from what I saw, but it could have been.
Who knows? You never know, really.
Never know.
I mean, I could be a bot for all you know.
Oh yeah,
You
I
are a
forgot
bot.
to- I actually forgot to do this, so just excuse the fact that this is going to happen live on
You're a
stream.
bot in my simulation.
Here we go. So yeah, it says new follower is Hoss 00312.
Howdy.
Yes, it's actually on screen, which is cool.
Oh wow, that's filled up. Oh sugar, I've need to do my. You distracted me with something, Pete. I've got this Discord message to do. I was in the middle
No,
of writing it as well.
I'm afraid to say you distracted yourself with fruit pastels.
You lie.
No, I don't.
I don't believe it.
This
You played yourself.
well, bearing in mind that you were chomping on them like a horse when we first came on stream, you know, so. And yes, you can clip that Kylie my horse face. Because I know you're going to anyway, so.
What I need to do is get these
Make an
emotes.
emote out of it.
Yeah, I've got to get these emotes up.
Yeah, you do. We need some new ones for us, for those subbos. So yes.
Chat.
3 minutes.
You have 3 minutes. This is your 3-minute warning.
I kind of wish it was only 2 minutes, because then I could make a quote from Street Fighter 5 from Fung.
Well, at the 2-minute mark, you can do that.
No, because it's not as impactful, I'm afraid.
Oh, okay.
Shouting into the ether 2 minutes would be much better. But it's fine.
Countdown begins now.
Well, if it was also 2 minutes, I could also have done the old Iron Maiden thing. 2 minutes to midnight.
Oh, goodness.
Even though the song is absolutely terrible. Yeah.
I think I spelled Jeff Keighley's name wrong in this, but I don't care.
But did you spell it with an S by any chance? Jeff Sheely?
Oh.
Yeah, there we go. It was so good it even confused Kylie.
Boom. I think that's one of my best. no, I think that's one of the best-
Sunday. Yes, Kieran.
Look, some days I'm a genius. Sometimes it just comes to me.
Oh,
You know.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can do this without free. Nope.
You did
I won't
actually
be able
spell
to
Jeff
see it,
Keighley correctly.
So it will freeze my computer.
Computer.
Computer says no.
Well, I was making reference to how Jen says it in the IT crowd.
Yes.
Computer.
Hello, computer.
We are 100 seconds to midnight now, according to Brent.
Isn't it like 100 seconds to Mars or something? 60 seconds.
No, it's
to Mars?
30 seconds to Mars. That Jared Leto band that are absolutely crap.
You leave Jared Leto alone.
Sorry?
You leave Jared Leto alone.
The alright actor, terrible musician.
He was an amazing Joker, and you all know it.
What, you mean gangster Joker?
Joaquin Phoenix watched Jared Leto's performance and thought, wow, I need to play this guy.
I thought that Joaquin Phoenix looked at Jared Leto's interpretation and just went, what do I do to not make this suck?
I mean, each to their own, Pete, I guess. I have opinions.
I was not a fan of Jared Leto, but I also wasn't a big fan of Joaquin Phoenix either. I don't think he was that great of a Joker like everyone said.
I'm sorry, but your opinion is wrong.
No, I like the Joker. I like the Joker movie. It just falls flat on multiple rewatches.
There's no such thing as a wrong opinion.
It does.
There's no such thing as a wrong opinion.
Yeah, I know.
There's bad opinions and there's good opinions.
Yes.
Pete's might be bad. We don't know, but it's not wrong.
Pete,
Yeah,
I have
that's
seen.
Pete's truth.
I'm not saying it's
That
a
is
wrong
Pete's
opinion
truth.
at all. It is my look on it.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that Jared Leto is bad, but he is.
I've rewatched Joker as well, but for me, it's like revealed more layers.
I don't think it did. It just made me not enjoy the performance as much as the first time.
See, one thing. Oh God, no! I'm gonna bore everybody. No, I'm not gonna talk about symbolism and boring stuff.
Yeah, that's fine because we're on the clock. Will we say 5 more minutes and then start? Or Pete, do you want to start at this very second right now? Because we can't do that right now.
Going to allow 5 minutes. Going to allow it.
Okay, I'll allow
4 minutes, take it or leave it.
But that is an extra 5 minutes that will come off the end of the show.
Well, I mean, I'm more than happy to start right now if Kiley is.
I'm just waiting for some people to filter in. We've got a few in, but
I mean, I've only just seen my message. When people see my message, Pete, I think
It will show up in droves.
yeah, he said we could. Brent just said we could allow an extra 100 seconds, which is true.
That's
It's a
fair.
minute 40.
That's fair.
Yes. Oh, there you go. There's the notification for Discord.
Sunday. That's right. That's Sunday.
Man, I can't see it.
It really is Sunday.
It is Sunday.
It
I think
definitely
I wanted to make that absolutely
Abundantly clear.
I'm going to make it so clear that nobody forgets that we're actually on Sunday because it is bank holiday weekend for us UK people.
Is it?
Yes. Yeah, tomorrow's a bank holiday.
Fair enough.
And it's also some a-hole's birthday as well that I'm not mentioning.
Right.
See, I know it's not me.
Nothing more needs to be said, Kylie. That's all.
I know it's not me.
No, it's not. Well,
So-
bearing in mind that I just said some a-hole actually means that I actually mean that he is an a-hole.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not someone I like. Let's just say that.
You know, I gathered that.
Yeah, because I know he's listening and watching. So if you are listening and watching, you're an a-hole, and I hope you fucking die.
Listen, Pete,
Anyway.
this is family friendly. There's peace and love here.
Don't care.
Oh, that's
Sorry.
right. I get to cuss then.
No, you don't.
No, that was a slip of the tongue for today. That's unfortunate. But hey, okay.
Slip of the tongue. 2 more minutes?
2 more minutes.
Pete, yes, Pete. Before we go live, why is it you're leaving us so abruptly today?
Family.
It's about
I've got-
family.
Yeah, I've got a pack of Coronas downstairs. I've got the family round for a barbecue. You know, it's a full like Fast and Furious moment. No, my
Johnson's showing up.
no, my brother is round. It was his birthday last weekend. It's a family meal, and also my partner's coming round today for the first Sunday in like 18 months.
Right,
So.
okay. Hey, Cincho's back!
Hey!
Yo,
Yay!
we've missed you, buddy.
Cincho said says, I guess I came back at the right time. Emotion overload. That's what you get when you get us.
That's true.
2 minutes.
Yes. So, I want to hear about your destinying yesterday.
Oh, I was just showing Kelly the grind that she has to endure now, because when you get to 1270, Pete, you really need to be more
Diligent.
diligent and smart with your time and how you. Because basically, right, so I was saying, right, when you hit 1270, the only way to get gear of a higher power level is to get powerful engrams, and powerful engrams are all legendary, and you get them from doing weekly challenges for activities.
Okay.
So, for example, I'll give you an example. You'll see when you hit 1270, Pete, you'll start to notice like the different icons in the destinations thing. Have a little
Well, don't worry. My friend told me about that the other day because he put it in our chat and he went, "Have you got this by your Gambit or by Helm or whatever?" And I went, "What? This little yellow starry thing?"
Yeah. So that's the indicator as a weekly challenge, and if you complete a weekly challenge, you get either a powerful or pinnacle engram, and that's what you need at 1270 to get to 1320.
Okay, I think I actually have picked up a legendary engram at one point as well.
Probably. Sincho, I highly recommend last week's VOD for a rip-roaring good time.
Oh yeah, definitely. But I bet you had a great conversation about Activision Blizzard's got to catch up on the VODs.
And we touched on it lightly.
Yes, we did.
We did touch on it at the end of one of the episodes a couple of weeks ago, and how we kind of are not covering it in a major way. But yes,
we are gonna start now.
You want me to count you in?
Countdown begins now.
Okay, don't worry. I won't do the silent one this time.
Yeah, don't.
No, but I will do the usual. So we are going to start our podcast in 3, 2.
Welcome to Rapid Reviews Radio Podcast, episode 93. 93. Holy crap. I am your co-host, Kylie Wild, and I'm joined by my two always here co-hosts. Ever present? I don't know. I forgot to look up words in the thesaurus. I was going to do that. I was going to surprise y'all. So...
Excellent use of your time there, Kylie, but carry on.
Yeah, I got distracted.
No surprise
the impeccable Ciaran. The
massive butthole.
No! I'm trying to be nice!
Look, you gave him impeccable and then stumbled across your words so desperately,
No,
and I've been here for 92 previous episodes.
What's Pete?
Anyway,
what is this like? You see the second-class citizen I'm treated like.
The loquacious Pete.
That's not a word.
That is a word. It's a
It
fun word
actually
to say.
is.
And it also is apt. Means talks a lot.
Oh, thanks.
Uses lots of words, talks a lot.
Yeah, I appreciate that. So now it makes it sound like all I do is verbal diarrhea at this point. But hello!
No! Why do you always take the negative?
You've known me long enough.
But...
Well, maybe it might be that I'm trying to wind you up with that.
Yes, well, it's very easy.
You've passed the vibe check. I did look it up, and you're correct.
I don't doubt
Why
that.
on earth would you tell me?
I just doesn't sound like a word.
Let it be known, Kylie, I was not in doubt. I did say that I knew that was a word. Only one person didn't.
It's more the point, who uses loquacious in normal conversation unless they have a word of the day calendar?
Kylie. Clearly.
I do. I have to dumb my language down, because I'm a dork.
Stephen was very loquacious the other day.
See, I would say that.
Never dumb it down. Anyway, let's move on.
So this episode...
Gonna be a mess like last week.
No, it's not. Last week was wonderful. It was an absolute wonderful respite.
Look,
it's gonna make you spit take today.
Yeah, to say it was a mess is not true. It was a happy mess.
Yes.
A little happy accident.
Yes.
I'm not saying anything more. Let's move on.
But I'm trying my best to be on my best behavior. I can't guarantee it, but I am trying. I don't know if you guys can tell. I have let so much stuff go. Especially when we said we lightly touched on Blizzard and Activision. But we are going to begin this episode with, we're going to talk about Gamescom. Which is, you know, not a surprise to anyone. And, ooh, yes, Wait, say that again, Ciaran?
If everyone else is talking about it, why shouldn't we?
Yeah, exactly. We'll have our own hot takes.
We'll be like every other content creator this week then.
Yeah, well, sometimes it's good to go with the crowd.
Welcome to originality.
Hey, we are original, that's for dang sure.
I know.
I certainly think that we will bring something very original to the table today.
Yeah, it's called our hot takes and our personal enthusiasm or lack of it.
Spicy.
It'll be spicy. Like a curry.
Spicy burrito. Yes, Salt Bay.
Yeah, can we never reference the Salt Bay ever again?
What did he do to you, Pete?
Did he make you too salty?
You know, I'm looking at you.
There is a lot of sodium chloride.
We're about to go into dangerous areas. No, we're being good at Sunday. So
yeah, I've already ruined that anyway. So let's go.
I am flying blind here. I'm not gonna lie.
There is no plan.
I usually have a plan in front of me, and none of my wonderful, beautiful, fabulous co-hosts wrote a plan.
Hang on.
What?
You wait. None of my fabulous co-hosts did it. Well, why didn't you take the initiative? Do it yourself.
I took the initiative and played Fall Guys, and then got on.
Well, yeah, and make us late, even though we're under a time scale.
I was on the final round. I couldn't believe it. I made it. Anyway, okay, I'm literally flying blind. Okay, let's try this, right? Okay.
I mean, did we not have a
You gave.
Yeah, so
we
I
had a general
suggested
discussion.
You gave a rough.
void.
You gave
saying,
a rough
yes.
outline, yes, which
Yeah,
I do
just
appreciate muchly.
Yeah, so I was going to say, I think the ether told us we could maybe share our just overall.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, that's
And bearing in mind that I have been doing, because I'm now back from a break that I was prescribed by my co-host. Now I'm back doing other stuff.
I can't read these things from chat. I'm going to put someone else in charge of reading chat.
So Deadbeat Punk has put quick Sunday drive-by, take your top off, Ciaran.
I physically can't do that.
No, we will get yeeted for that. So
it's not that. And when my Xbox shut, and
doesn't
if
matter.
if I take it off, there'll be consequences.
Anyway,
let's move on.
Sencho put you can't use that phrase about them. We touched on it lightly.
See?
Wow. Hot tub stream for 100 episodes. He does go in as well about something to do with Fortnite, but we are going to probably
we're going to cover that
a bit later on.
Going to lightly touch on that one.
Let me put this
No,
back
I
on
might
rails.
go a bit heavy-handed with that one.
I'm going to put this show right back on rails. So what we're going to do, we are going to discuss Gamescom and our thoughts and feels about such an occurrence. Ciaran, would you like to begin and let us know what was your impression of Gamescom overall?
Are you doing this alphabetically, or do you really have a favourite?
I have a favorite.
Thank you, I appreciate that. I will leave now. I've really been here for 92 other episodes, you know.
I switch it every week.
No, you don't. It's with Ciaran every bloody week.
You know, Pete. I feel sick for you. I feel sick for you, Pete. You have been here for so long, and you're
I've run this damn show for that long too.
If you go back through the episodes, though, this is a little trick for the audience. I flip them every time.
What, on the screen?
No.
As Kiley evilly twists her mustache, say, "Oh yes, you'll notice."
You'll never notice.
I switched them.
I switched them.
Oh, look at me! I'm Dick Dastardly. I'm just going to drive off a cliff by the end of the episode.
Yes, I will do that. Anyway, back
but
to...
before this episode goes off a cliff, yes. So Gamescom, I think it was a pretty good one. Again, it's a real shame for a lot because I know it's one of those ones that a lot of people like to go to in person, especially in Europe.
Right.
Mhm.
Right.
So it's still a bit cutting because of that. It's still a shame it's not live. But I think Big Jeff during opening night live did say he hopes to see everyone live next year when it's
Yeah.
happening, which probably should happen actually.
I hope
All
It
so.
going
probably
well.
will. It probably will happen.
All going well. That COVID doesn't evolve into some zombie virus, but you know that's
I
like
hope not. I have a
that's like a
Comic-Con.
1 in 10 chance at this point. But yeah, I think overall we got some really good game announcements, reveals. A lot. I noticed there's a few updates as well. Like it's on top of like just general game announcements and gameplay reviews and trailers. There's a lot of just current games just showing off
Yeah.
content coming out, which is nice. I think that does as well just speak for the times we're in,
Yeah.
where games do have far more post-launch support than they did back in the day. Speaking of back in the day as well, I felt a lot of things this year at Gamescom. There's so many announcements in Gamescom that this makes me feel so nostalgic this year. But I'll get onto that when we actually discuss
Okay.
the games.
'cause I was
But yeah,
about to-
I think overall Gamescom, I quite liked Gamescom this year, especially opening night live, and seeing Jeff Kiley's lovely face.
Pete.
Okay.
What about your initial overall impressions?
It's hard to say really because Gamescom is definitely more of an event that should be in person. Like with E3, it's always going to struggle, I think, as a result of that. I think they've done a good job this year, actually. They've done a much better job they definitely did last year. But that's not to say that it was good. It wasn't great, sorry, but it was good. It was good. Opening Night Live was a bit more of a surprise this year than it was last year, and the only thing I will mention in terms of the games is 2022 is looking pretty stacked.
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot for
Especially
2021
February.
I mean, it's not so much as 2022, early 2022.
Yeah, February.
though. Yeah.
Like
Oh
February,
yeah, January and February are like ridiculous now.
It's weird. Release time.
I'm glad I have a birthday in February because that could help. But wallet busting February is going to be Jesus. Like saving for a house is just not going to happen next year. I might as well just buy all the games.
Just get your pre-orders in now, Pete, so you don't have to spend money then.
Oh gosh,
You
yeah.
know?
There you
Well,
go.
yeah, Shop 2 does have the option to pre-order and then pay for right there and then, so it's possible I could stretch it out over the course of the next few months. But Kylie, what about you? What did you think?
Well, there's no way I made it through any of the whole entire coverage if you know anything about me. And
If you would have been streaming it, it might have been different.
yeah, if I stream or if I watch it with somebody else. But me on my own, it's like wild horses. I couldn't focus. But I was actually pleased with a couple of things that came out, and I'm going to talk about those to death in the future.
Of course.
And there was a surprise announcement for me, just because of stuff I like, and I don't know, I'm so obvious. I'm so freaking obvious. So, if you know what happened at Gamescom, you know I'm totally keen to talk about it. But it's still, like, I don't know. I hate to
Okay.
say it's boring.
Fine. I think we've got the three sides of the triangle here. Kieran really liked it. I was in the middle, and Kylie really didn't like it.
No,
So
I liked the content. How about that? I liked the content. The presentation.
Reducing video game events to content. What world do we live in now?
We live in my world.
Well, listen to this, Pete. Listen to this blasphemy.
why do we still have her on this podcast?
I don't know.
All this is just content to her.
Representation, Pete.
Actually, that's a good point. To be fair,
I'm the token.
We don't want two white males doing this all over, do we?
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna steer this ship because I actually want Kylie to talk about this first. I have thoughts about it as well.
Wow.
The rebooted Saints Row.
You really want me to go first?
Well, you've been talking about Saints Row like it's like
I know, but I'm not used to
You
going
mentioned it.
first.
You mentioned it last week. The whole reboot thing.
Yeah.
You were correct with the reboot. I eat my words. I was incorrect.
Plus, we're going chronologically. Saints Row was like, I think, yeah, Saints
It
Row
was
the
the
first game
first.
announced. Yeah, the
That's
first game announced.
why I
on there.
went with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It was the first announcement of opening night live. So let's discuss Saints Row and Kylie.
Take
Yeah,
it.
we'll go with you first.
Okay. First of all, there's 2 trailers. The first trailer came out. I was not impressed. It was pure CGI, no gameplay, none of the irreverent, and yes, I'm gonna say sexual humor because that is something I find funny. None of that was in there at all, and so I got nervous.
Yep.
There just didn't seem to be a kind of meta make fun of itself thing like all the other ones.
Mm-hmm.
So I was hesitant. The colors were right though. I was very happy with the colors. And the actual graphics and stuff. But again, it was a CGI trailer. And then the gameplay trailer came out.
What you mean that 30 seconds?
yeah,
Stinger?
I don't even think it was 30 seconds, like 20.
If
probably.
that. I was being generous at 30
Yeah.
seconds.
Yes. I'm reclaiming my time.
No, I'd be disappointed with anything that was 30 seconds long, to be honest.
Pete, do you want me to behave or not?
No.
You might be getting more than you bargained for. But anyway.
I think before this show, Pete physically whipped us into submission to say, "Listen, we're on a time scale today," and now
I know.
now he's sitting here trying to knock us off.
No one does that to me. But
I'm the I am the ultimate derailer.
but
But know this, audio listeners. Sorry, Kiley. I'm a stalwart pillar of order to this podcast. I'm here for you to make sure we're on track. Even though I've just kind of derailed Kiley, but
You
know,
did.
Kiley,
You
Carry on. Back on track.
But anyway, once the other trailer came out, fine. They kind of showed the behind the scenes and sort of thing. Okay, I did watch it on 2 times, like 2x, so that it was fast because I can't sit through stuff. But I watch all my videos on 2x. Anyway.
Yeah. Was that the did they have something after opening night live where they went a bit more into the gameplay then?
Yeah.
Because I haven't seen that just yet.
Yeah, I didn't figure you did because you talked all over me.
I was just going to say...
Because you were talking about 30 seconds of gameplay, and I was like, they haven't seen the video.
I was only talking about opening night live at this point.
Yeah, that's why I prefaced it that there were 2 videos.
Yeah, okay, fine.
With regards to that, we're not actually getting a full gameplay review of it.
Not yet, I don't think.
I'm pretty sure...
What'd
I
you
might be
say?
thinking of something else. I'm saying for Saints Row, I'm pretty sure they said that we're going to get an actual gameplay review soon.
Well,
yeah, and I think that happened after opening night live, didn't it? That's why Kylie watched a second video.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it was another game that was being shown on September 1st that we'll cover a bit later. That's
Oh, yes. I know, that's
the
the one I did remember. I might just getting up with, Right, on you go.
I'm trying to not like your chat. But anyway, so once the kind of behind the scenes / gameplay trailer showed, I felt a little bit better about it. A little bit better. Because I'm going to give them credit where it's due. It's, the team is a bunch of white guys over the age of 40. The whole team is. And they know that can be a problem. And so they did a lot of outsourcing. I kind of respect that on one level. That's pretty cool. But I think, personally, they went a little overboard because they changed Freckle
bees
to Freckle
to
Bees.
FB. Yeah, well, they've just changed it to FB. That's it.
Yeah, and then they changed Rim Jobs, which was like so funny and creative as a tire changing place, to Jim Robs. And it's like,
yeah, that's so pathetic, to be honest.
And that kind of takes away from the chaos that was.
When you have something like Cyberpunk that allows you to dictate your your phallic size.
You did that on purpose. You didn't dictate.
Of course he did.
Sure.
Oh no! You're supposed to accept
no,
that.
he's giving the cheeky face. He knows what he did.
Yeah, you know, it's kind of like weird that they aren't keeping that kind of immature sense to things
Right.
there. Those kind of hallmarks of the series. You know what I mean? It's just weird. It's as if I don't know.
I also think that.
Why go holier than now?
Well, here's the thing,
Yeah.
and I think
Try to bring it back to the franchise.
exactly, and the whole gist of this, I said gist, of this franchise is that you're running a criminal empire, and I don't know how like you can't like they're trying to justify it and make it like, oh, they're university students that need to steal money to pay for their loans or whatever, which is a sad thing that
I really hate how they went with the story on this one from that trailer. It sounds so dumb.
I just the thing that I love about the other Saints Rows is that you're an anti-hero, but you're not making any you're corrupt as frick, you know? Like there's no attempt to hide that or whatever. And I like that. I like just why we have to make everything a gray area? Why can't you just be you know, a criminal empire or whatever. But
exactly.
You say grey area though, but like in this sense, it's very light grey, is it not? With these characters.
how so?
Because again, you guys were you're saying how Saints Row in the past, you're always this douche, but you're a likable douche, and that's why everyone loved the game. Whereas these characters seem more aligned and kind of morally good than they do seem bad, which isn't.
It's like
great, as you've just said.
It definitely feels like the system has screwed us over, so let's screw the system, you know.
But that's like, no, apparently though, there is still the criminal empire aspect, because the whole point, when I was watching it, apparently the plot is that these guys, so the group of characters, including yourself, are doing this because you want to start your own criminal empire, and that's the whole point of it.
Yeah, it's what Kiley touched on by saying that it was all to do with student loans and all that sort of thing, is the general premise of it. It's why they start the criminal empire.
The thing that they said a lot in the second trailer that I actually liked, and I guess was like, oh guys, you're talking directly to me, was create yourself, because everything is tailorable.
Tailored.
Yeah, you can make it be tailored to all of your ambitions.
Yeah.
That includes like city building and all kinds of stuff. So I'm like, I still am gonna try it. I mean, and yes, I have to echo what Sincho is saying, because this was my exact first thought. Was this seems like Watch Dogs Legion.
I was actually going to get to those comments in a minute, because that actually kind of fits into line what I thought about it as well.
Pete, as I say, go ahead then, Pete.
No interest whatsoever in this, because it just feels like GTA. Even the setting alone feels like San Andreas. It feels like it's now become, once again, the carbon copy of GTA, which is what it was moving away from with 3 and 4. I've got less than no interest in this now, and I was actually quite interested going into it.
So, is that all you have to say, Pete? Or can I?
That's all I've got to say.
Right, okay, that's fine. Right. On Central's comment, Central to our listeners basically said chat, this seems like Watch Dogs Legion.
Yeah,
I'd agree with you.
Yeah, Brent did put down that it's gone back to being a co-op GTA.
I wouldn't even say. Alright. I'm going to touch on the GTA thing, because that everyone seems to be mentioning. You include Pete. I don't agree with that. I don't think it looks anything like GTA.
I didn't get an impression
at
of
all.
GTA.
What? Again, I'm going to agree with you guys on the fact that it's story. I'd much prefer if the characters were that kind of anti-hero, where they're they're bad people, but it's like they're cool characters, you know, and that's why that's why it's so absurd and fun. Because you know, there's a lot of TV shows doing that now, where there's these like, you think about Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
You know, people are rooting for an absolutely horrible person.
Yeah.
It's
actually why I had to stop watching it.
People like bad characters, if that makes sense.
They do.
So
some of those characters are not always bad. Some of them are very morally grey.
That's what we're saying though. There's that more like a grey area, whereas with these characters, it's more on the light grey side of things with these characters, by the looks of it. Who they have somewhat moral justification. you know. Actually, it could turn out like a cool and fun little story, right? Obviously, we're still a way off from seeing it,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
seeing it about the story in depth. But yeah, one thing as well always associated with Saints Row was vibrancy,
Yes.
and liveliness, and the fact, American Southwest. This is set in now. I can't remember the name of the fictional city, the fictional kind of area they've created, but like,
They don't think they even said, did
Yeah,
they?
they
no,
did.
they have.
It's like Los
Okay.
Salinas or something like that.
No, that's
Oh,
like,
right,
it's
okay.
like
I must have
Japan or
missed
like,
that.
yeah. So it's like there's a lot of like desert and in the trails, like kind of cacti and
Yeah.
what have you. And I'd see that worries me, because that's just means going to be parts of the map that are just dead. And
Exactly how it was in
nothing much
GTA 5.
there. So that's what I'm worried about. What do you think about Saints Row 3 and even 2, which I think this game is trying to tread that thin line between those,
Mm-hmm.
because four went a bit overboard. 1 didn't really hit the mark, but 2 and 3,
They were the ones that have
they
like
were they're the
universally
ones.
accepted as the better in the
Yeah,
series.
because 2 was more like GTA, and it was 3 that when they decided in the not be GTA.
Mm.
And then
It's
4,
just
they,
best.
they they thought that 3 needed to be more absurd than it was, when 3 I think was
3
perfect.
was perfect level of absurdity.
Um, but from the little gameplay tease we did get, there was like there was kind of hints towards that kind of silliness. Again, like if you remember in Saints Row 3, the professor thingy's kind of show. Remember that game show you
Yes.
could go on and fight all the mascots?
Yeah, with the
There's
cat
like bits in
head.
the shit. Yeah, there's like bits in the gameplay thing for the new one, the Gamescom, where like one of the characters is like surrounded by like these kind of weird costume wearing people, as if there's going to be a similar mode or something. So that gives me hope that this is going to be quite
Genki,
good.
that's
But,
his name.
yeah,
Professor Genki.
yeah. But I like the idea that they'll try and go for that balance this time around, rather than go all in for the Saints Row 3 style.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
As much as that probably would have worked again, it's nice that they're trying to bring the two kind of themes, 2 and 3, together to make something that feels different for a reboot.
Sure.
Which is fun to experiment with, but whether it'll pan out, I don't know.
We'll wait and see on that one.
Yeah.
I was quite excited about the potential of a Saints Row reboot, to see where they could go with it after obviously the absolute absurdity of 4.
Yeah. I mean, 4 was
No,
fun.
Yeah, but I have to say that this CGI trailer and the subsequent 30-second gameplay left me very underwhelmed. But maybe upon going to watch the full gameplay reveal, I might have different opinions.
Yeah, it's like it's one of those that I've played Saints Row. Saints Row was one of the games I played growing up. Even though I shouldn't have. But even I'm sitting there and I don't have much feeling towards it. I'm going to keep an eye on it. But
Yeah, of course.
it's not that way. I can't say I'm looking forward to it. I'm not looking forward.
Yeah.
It's just a game that I'll keep an eye on.
Yeah, by the process of osmosis, I will be excited because Kylie's excited.
I am very excited.
Yeah, and when you get excited, that tends to rub off on people as well. So, so next game, shall we talk about? Are we talking about just generally Opening Night Live, or are we going to talk about?
Opening Night Live had a lot of them. That was like 2 hours show.
Yeah.
I've got a list here of all the games that I
go
want
for
to
it.
bring up.
Go for
Okay.
it. Because there's definitely one I want to talk about.
I'm more than happy for you guys to get your games out the way first.
No, because a lot of the games that I want to talk about were not on Opening Night Live, and they were covered after the fact. So,
well, I mean,
Opening Night Live was technically first. So,
well, I'm more than happy, Pete, for you to just hit us with yours. Surprise me.
This is going to be no surprise to anybody whatsoever. I've got 3, and 3 particular games that are massively interesting to me now.
Okay.
I want to talk Shredder's Revenge first.
That was an Opening Night Live.
It was on Opening Night Live. They went a bit more in depth afterwards.
Did they?
Okay. Wow, this game is looking fantastic. Jesus. I think it's Tribute Studios that are making this, in partnership with .mu publishing it. But the reveal of April O'Neil made sense. I think it can only go one way, that Casey is going to be the next character revealed. But it hits all the nostalgia feels for Turtles in Time, and it's what I've been wanting for a Turtles game in years. It's everything I've wanted from it, and based on the fact that .mu were publishing the Streets of Rage 4 revival, they've gone on to another famous property and they've absolutely killed it again. So I'll wait and see on this one. I'm very, very excited, and it's going to be a very, very interesting game, I think, so long as they hit that netcode, because admittedly Streets of Rage 4 was let down by a poor netcode. So if they can nail the netcode on this one, and I have no reason to believe why they shouldn't, then this could be the perfect side-scrolling revival that the Turtles have needed for years.
Yeah, I think that is the sentiment shared by like a lot of people right now.
Yeah, and bearing in mind, I was a huge Turtles fan back in the day as a kid, like action figures, comics, the whole lot. So I've kind of fallen off of them since Viacom and Nickelodeon have been involved with putting movies and TV shows out. But this is the only thing of the Turtles property recently, barring one other game that I want to talk about, that's got me excited for the Turtles again.
Yeah, I certainly think this Turtles game, like, I can't really say I grew up with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It was nothing I was ever overly into. I think one of the TMNT things I remember was TMNT. See the gritty.
Oh, the Michael Bay movies.
Yeah, they made in like 2011 or 12 or something.
Yeah, and
TMNT
and TMNT Out of the Shadows.
No, not them. Not them.
Oh, really?
The one before that, there was like a gritty, like, kind of reboot almost.
That's what I said. Yeah, it was just called TMNT.
Yeah,
and then they had Out of Shadows.
No, because Michael Bay had two. There was Michael Bay had the two ones, right?
Yeah.
That's the one you're talking about.
Yeah.
There was another one that I'm pretty sure was just straight up TMNT.
There was a live action.
I'm gonna find this out.
There's a live action television show that was done like Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Oh God. Yeah, it's possible, yeah, because I only remember there being ever 5 movies from the TMNT. Which was the 3 originals from the 80s and 90s, and then the 2 Michael Bay produced ones that had Megan Fox as April O'Neil. Anyway.
She used to be really pretty.
She is, yeah, but it's just not a very good actress, unfortunately.
Not.
So she's like, that's why I was like, ugh. And I did watch the original TMNT, like Michael Bay one, and it just wasn't good. And then, oh my God, you got Stephen Amell as like Casey Jones in the next one, and that was hideous. Jeez. So, yeah, I know this is probably something that's not interesting to you guys, but what did you reckon of it?
What, about the Turtles?
About the reveal of April O'Neil and...
Well, I don't have much attachment to it, but I think, in general, it just looks like a really fun time, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's that kind of arcadey fun that looks like a really good one to sit down with your mates and just play.
Well, that's what I'm looking forward to, is hopefully being able to get 4 people online if the netcode's solid and just playing this like an old arcade game.
I like all this stuff in it as well, like how when you revive someone that you show at the end of the April O'Neil like waving a bit of pizza, and Michelangelo that revives them.
I do really hope they bring the old sound effect back from Turtles in Time, where it just says pizza time after that as well. Because that would be the nostalgia hit that I would need. Because I think this is why I'm excited about it. It's perfect like synergy between nostalgia and new in some respects. So anyway, I have 2 more games, but I'll cover those later. So Ciaran, your first game that you were excited about?
As I was saying, I'm more happy for you just to get yours out, Pete.
Yeah, but this is just going to sound like a Nickelodeon schlock fest now then.
Oh, I'm assuming I know what one of the lines is actually, and they said that. Hold on, let me get my list then.
Exactly why I didn't want this to go in order, because it's just going to be me talking about April O'Neil and Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl.
Speaking of April O'Neil.
Yeah, I mean, it would have been Segway available, but hey.
Yeah, I mean, I think...
Not just that, though, there was another character revealed, so...
I think... Probably the one that I'm most looking forward to, like, secretly, subtly, like, deep down, the one I'm most looking forward to, even on the outside I don't really feel it as much, is Marvel Midnight Suns.
Ooh, I'm gonna kind of agree but disagree with you, because...
I'll tell you why, right? I am someone that has an absurd amount of hours played in XCOM 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
So I know that Firaxis can make a damn good kind of squad-based, turn-based RPG kind of style game, and that's what it says. So see if this game is quite literally XCOM 2, but with Marvel superheroes. I mean, you have me. You have me. I'm going to buy it.
Yeah.
I'm going to buy it for Axis.
Okay.
But it's that as well. It's the lineup. You've got Ghost Rider. You've got Doctor Strange. You get Blade. You get Ant-Man, Captain America. You know, the classics.
Well, it's not too outlandish considering that Blade's had a new movie announcement, so they're gonna try and pump that character up a
because
bit
I'm pretty
more.
sure the whole point of this. I'm pretty sure this is based off a comic run of a similar name.
I believe it is, yeah.
Yeah. At least that's the name of the actual team as well. The Midnight Suns. Okay, so it sounds like a team name. I think that's the whole point.
Yeah.
Again, my Marvel Comics knowledge is like practically non-existent, so I do apologise to any Marvel fans out there.
There is a series
Kylie, yep, thank you.
called Midnight.
I was waiting for you to finally chime in and say something there. You are a bit more of the Marvel comic nerd than I am, to be fair. So
Yes.
I say that lightly.
But this looks really cool. I like the hero lineup. You know, add a DLC where they throw my boy Daredevil into the mix.
Yeah.
I think that'd be a perfect fit for this team. And it's the fact that apparently the main character, so in the trailers, like this woman, they like kind of resurrect from this coffin.
Yeah.
That's like the main character they've invented for this game.
They've made a new superhero character, haven't they?
Yeah, they've got Marvel. Yeah, so they've worked with Marvel to get this character called the Hunter, and apparently the Hunter is fully customizable, so you make your own character to start the game. And I imagine, I think we're getting gameplay on Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday.
September 1st.
Yep. So I hope they show that off, and whether or not you actually get to choose your kind of character's fighting style.
Yeah.
Like they have powers, because in the trailer, like the characters has swords, so you'd be like that style. I think it'd be really cool to have that kind of customizability with it. And apparently, they explained during the event that you actually be able to build relationships with the heroes that are in part of the team. Something like kind of Mass Effect.
It has been more likened to something like Fire Emblem in that respect.
Ah, right. I wasn't familiar with that.
Strategy RPG with compounding relationships with your team.
Yeah.
Sounds very Fire Emblem to me.
They had kind of inklings of like that in XCOM 2 War of the Chosen, where you could like start building bonds between certain squad mates and soldiers. So and like through that you could get new abilities that they could use when they're on the same team. So that'd be really cool. Like seeing like for example the kind of classic move where Iron Man shoots his lasers at Captain America's shield and it just does a full sweep. That'd be a cool thing to have in the game if those two can do that. But no,
I mean, they have a very similar ability, like, sort of thing in Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle, where you can use, like, team moves. So it would probably be likened to something similar to that as well.
But I really look at this thing. I like it. It's a lot darker looking as well. Because obviously, I think the whole point is, like, this team of Marvel Heroes is fighting an army of demons, essentially.
Yeah.
Which is pretty sick.
I mean, that would make sense why Blade and Ghost Rider and people like that are there, for sure.
I'm saying I'd add more Marvel kind of supernatural heroes like Moon Knight.
Moon Knight's good.
Get them in there in the DLC. I will buy it. If you're listening for Axis, you give me exactly what I want. I will give you all the money in the world.
Sure.
Now, I already forked out a ton for XCOM 2, so.
Of course. I have reservations about this. Now, I'm not going to say that Firaxis aren't a good studio, because they are. Clearly, XCOM is like a fantastic property that I cannot get into personally. Strategy RPGs or tactical RPGs are just not my bag. Now, putting it with Marvel definitely helps, because that might make it a bit more like popular to people. I worry about how accessible this is going to be to people who are not familiar with tactical RPGs. And I think that could be the stumbling block behind it. It will have a cult series of fans, maybe not hit the mainstream popularity like other Marvel property games have. I also think that there is starting to be a waning interest in Marvel as well because of oversaturation.
But see, I think the kind of tone of this one and the type of game it is compared to other Marvel games that have came out is going to help that though, because of how different this is. Again, in both the genre of game and the tone. Again, a lot darker.
Of course.
A bit more outside of what people expect from Marvel. what people
Yeah.
consider Marvel to be.
Okay, I agree with that, but I did kind of make this joke on Twitter, and I think it got taken out of context, really, in some respects, because it was supposed to be a joke. And the fact that nobody had envisioned a live service game for a Marvel game, and look how badly that went for Crystal Dynamics.
Well, apparently the Black Panther DLC really upped their sales recently.
It
really
did,
good.
but it's been so bad for them up until this point, even, you know. So you can't say it's been a rousing success. Like, one DLC just being good it's not helping the general sales of the game overall.
Yeah. Again, I mean, Kelly, what are your thoughts on this? You know,
On specifically this game.
yeah, this game, yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
I'm intrigued because I do feel like I'm not 100% in agreement with Pete that Marvel's waning popularity, but I do.
Let me preface this. I think that an oversaturation of properties will cause it eventually. This might be the first start of it.
Well, my thing is that I do think that they are starting to reach for outsider characters, you know, the lesser known ones. I'm kind of glad because I kind of like those characters. So I think I'm going to agree with Ciaran. It's a whole new direction. It's a new tone. It's a new, you know, it's using, you know, those characters. So I think it will be. I think it's an experiment. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, but I think, unfortunately, I feel it's an experiment that's not going to be well done in that respect. I think it'll be a well-made game because Fireaxis make well-made games.
Right.
That's the thing. If this is literally anything like XCOM, then I have full faith in it being a completely fun turn-based strategy.
Okay, so in that case, then you're gonna miss with a 15% chance then.
Oh, that'd be fun. Listen, we can all hate.
It was a joke. It was a joke. It was a joke.
We can all get angry at the fact that when an alien's directly in front of you, you don't have a 100% chance to hit them.
Yes.
And that's fun, right? As frustrating as it can be, it's fun. It might have cost me a couple of playthroughs, but it's fine. We have fun here. I mean, how funny would that be? Wolverine is right up next to some guy, and he's got a 30% chance to hit.
Yeah.
He just misses.
What, with his claws? Yeah,
Yeah, his claws
so
are-
weird.
He just can't hit him.
I'm waiting for those memes to come out when this game
Well,
comes out.
I mean, right? Technically, though, you know, people. There's such a thing as dodging, so that could make sense if someone's like dodge him,
True.
if someone has a really high dodge chance.
Yeah, but at point blank range.
Yeah. Well, my closing thought on Midnight Suns, though, I'm really looking forward to it as a fan of Firaxis and their games, i.e.
Yeah.
XCOM. Looking forward to gameplay review on Wednesday, and I wish Ghost Rider didn't look the way it does. I think Ghost Rider has looked much cooler elsewhere.
It does that. Look, as someone who quite likes Ghost Rider as a character, that design did not sit well with me at all.
It's not the worst thing. It was pretty cool, especially when they gets the kind of gold suit at the end of the trailer.
That's fine. It's the helmet though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's the head.
Yeah.
But anyway, Kylie, what about you? What game would you like to bring up?
Well, it's gonna be very quick because it was a very quick reveal, but it was a surprise to me, and so it was very, you know, surprised. But Outlast, they're coming out with a new Outlast game.
Oh,
And
right. Okay.
I've often said 2 points. One, I've never found a game that's ever scared me. I'm still looking for one. And two, Outlast 2 is amazing story-wise. So I want to see if they're going to take this new direction that they've gone into, if they're going to make it a story, narrative heavy
Okay.
horror game.
So when did they reveal that this was coming out?
I think this one was revealed last year, maybe, or it was announced a little while back, because I do remember it. But they showed off a bit of gameplay at Open Night Live.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, because I actually don't remember this at all, which is really annoying.
There's a very brief.
Yeah.
That might be why then. Might have been that moment. It was like 12:30 at night, and I was half falling asleep whilst it was on my TV.
But I'm looking forward to it. I just really want. I don't know what I want.
So is this like a reboot or is it like a next in the series?
It's-
Then? So it's like
It's kind of like another one in the series. I think this is like kind of, in terms of like actual timeline, this is like set during the Cold War apparently, which is a cool
okay.
thing for it.
Oh yeah, I do remember this now. Now that you've said that, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
It does look really cool.
it does look cool, but I mean, it could be a complete disappointment. There's just not enough about it yet, but I'm still intrigued and excited. Just because Outlast 2 just freaking blew my mind. Ah.
Well, I'm glad about that actually, because like you have been talking about Outlast for ages being like one of those games that actually did do it for you. So
yeah,
I really hope
it didn't
this is
scare me, but it got in my head.
Yeah, I really.
It twists right at the end.
Of course, I really hope this comes out good because how much you've spoken about Outlast over the course of the last 92 episodes, you know, it would be nice to finally get an episode in the future for you to like gush about Outlast again.
It would be good. Oh.
Yeah. Talking of gushing.
Oh dear. Oh no.
I'm gonna talk about King of Fighters 15 for a bit.
Okay.
Good God, this was amazing. Holy heck. No, we've got
to educate me. King of Fighters, right?
SNK property for that basically culminates all of the SNK franchises into one complete fighting game. So you've got Garou, Mark of the Wolf, Fatal Fury, I'm trying to think of some others. You don't have any Samurai Showdown in there, unfortunately, but you do have some others. No, it's because of the sword fighting mechanics of that game that doesn't translate very well to a King of Fighters game.
I gotcha.
But the main appeal of 15 this time, because this was actually supposed to be out this year, they've now delayed it. So they had the announcement trailer, the release date announcement trailer, basically describing everything that they're going to do with this game. It's unique that the fact that every single King of Fighters game, every 3 games, they changed their protagonist. So it used to be Terry, and then it was I can't remember the bloody name of the guy, but basically what they're doing in this time is they're actually resurrecting characters. So previous protagonists that have been there are going to be available. And basically any dead character, they specifically said it in the trailer, any dead character is now revived. So that's going to be very interesting to see some old characters coming back. So a 39 character roster, which I think is a good size. It's perfect for the 3v3 mechanics.
Cincho's listing them for you.
Yeah, they have basically they've basically gone back to the drawing board and gone, what makes King of Fighters King of Fighters? And they have added every mechanic basically that was there before with the Supermax cancelling and everything like that. But it's the art style for me. The art style looks beautiful, and it's basically that has the same impact that King of Fighters 13 had on me when they announced that, and that was very heavily involved in sprite work, but it is some of the most beautiful sprites you will ever see in your life. This evokes that same feeling for me with 3D renders. And
that's cool.
But the biggest draw for me was Rollback Netcode. Finally, a fighting game is adding Rollback Netcode into the game. Finally. So Rollback Netcode is basically where it's not peer-to-peer like other fighting games is. It's done on a server, and it will predict what you're going to do next. So say you input like a crouching medium kick, and the other person inputs something that's going to go against that. It will predict both sides and see who comes out on top based on network connection. So if you've got a solid connection, then it will roll back basically to a point where it's bad, and then refresh it, basically. It's the worst explanation I could do of Rollback Netcode, to be honest.
I was going to say, Pete, I am absolutely, utterly bamboozled right now.
No,
but you know what, Pete? It sounds good. So your enthusiasm is making me enthusiastic.
Basically, people have been asking things like Street Fighter 5, Tekken, and all of that, and to a certain degree, Mortal Kombat did it their last game with MK10, where they had the XL version, they actually improved the netcode to more similar to Rollback Netcode without actually being Rollback Netcode. But if you wanted to look into Rollback Netcode, look at GGPO and how they do it, because they are the kings of the Rollback Netcode. So it's worth looking into, but it's a very, very solid system for fighting games, basically, to play online.
Sincho put an explanation in.
Okay, so he said it's based on states, so the game checks if the inputs of both players line up with what's happening and then rolls back to a past state if it didn't. That's a very good explanation, actually.
I still, see, I think about it, I still don't understand how it works in practice, but I get the idea. I can see that.
Sencho, I must apologise. Yes, Terry was Fatal Fury, not King of Fighters, but it was Iori and Kaio. So thank you for clarifying that. Yeah, I think Guilty Gear also had Rollback Netcode as it with Strive, so fighting games now actually having Rollback Netcode again is a great thing.
Yeah. So Pete. So I'm of course someone who's only experience with fighting games is NetherRealm Studios, with Injustice and Mortal Kombat. Obviously, I know you're into Street Fighter stuff, so as someone such as yourself that really likes Street Fighter, what is it about King of Fighters? Would you say King of Fighters is one that you prefer to Street Fighter, and if so, why?
No, I love King of Fighters, and I love the Fatal Fury franchise as well. I do like how SNK make fighting games. The thing about Street Fighter is it's a lot more simplistic, and it's a lot more, whereas King of Fighters is so much more technical. There's so many more mechanics to it, so it feels more satisfying when you actually do manage to master it. And that's to say that also their combo trials are like the most disgustingly hard thing you'll ever see in your life. People have like literally made 2-hour videos on the final trial of King of Fighters 13 because it is so balls to the wall hard. It's ridiculous.
My God. Right.
But King of Fighters is a lot more technical than Street Fighter.
So is it my turn now for my next one?
Absolutely.
Right. Cult of the Lamb. Oh my God. Does this game look...
This looked
brilliant.
So weird and fun. This looks fun. I laugh.
Like the trailer is it looks sinister as F, right?
Right.
Like, it looks creepy as anything. But like it just seems like such a funny little idea. It's this little close-knit community of cute fuzzy animals worshipping some evil dark god.
Yep.
And like it's not just the fact that it's apparently a roguelike or something, but wasn't that I caught my attention? It's like the stuff you can do in terms of like your kind of cult and settlement management.
Like the powers that you have as well look kind of
cool
too.
It's like from the trailer, like so you could actually perform rituals at yourself. You can use like spiritual powers to like kill heretics within the cult, and then your happy little followers will go and dump the body somewhere. It just looks so it looks so fun.
When you start your trailer with a lamb being beheaded, you got a good start, I think.
Well, it hits that mark for me again, which is cute things being evil. So
yeah, that was the thing that I gave across to me, was that it was a really cutesy art style, but a very dark.
I love that.
It's very cool.
Like you look at the bosses, where the bosses like all very grotesque. Obviously, it's still that kind of 2D art style and very cartoony, but you still get the grotesque bosses and that. It's just like a really interesting game. I hope the gameplay in terms of fighting holds up, because again, I'm more interested in like just the actual like cult management and stuff.
I like that.
That looks so fun. But if I was to say anything, it reminds me a lot of. It's as if Darkest Dungeon had a child with Animal Crossing.
Oh my God, yeah.
And they both made this. I just think it looks it looks so unique.
So basically, it's the demon spawn that we should never have had, but we got. Cool.
And I cannot wait to play it.
It does look fun. Did they say when it was coming out?
They might have. I
think it's 2022 still, isn't it?
I think it might be. I know as well. Another thing they mentioned, it's a Devolver video game.
Jesus, Sencho. Sorry,
Oh my
Sencho
God,
has
yeah.
literally just listed one of the trials from King of Fighters 13 in annotation form. Now, I understand all of that, but I want to see you two look confused. For a
Yeah,
bit.
that's like code.
Basically, double X means cancel. So
Yeah.
you cancel one thing into another.
I just want to
Yeah.
shoot things.
And this is why I like fighting games, because that shows how technical they can be.
Yeah. So, Kelly, any other games you want to bring up? Caught your eye?
What, Pete?
Didn't say anything. Carry
Oh,
on.
I thought you said something. No, I'm just gonna jump on board, y'all, because like.
Can you
Oh,
not?
yeah.
That might hurt a little bit. I don't like being jumped on.
Because I'm forgetting, Kelly, you weren't a big fan of Gamescom.
Okay.
I have
Wait,
Wait. Why aren't you talking about the Halo console
Well,
yet?
that's
God damn it.
That's the
You
one.
are not a Halo fan. Get out of here.
That's the one I was saving. But if you want to talk about it now, all right, I'm happy to talk about
Well,
it.
it's your turn. You're talking about
it.
things that excited you about Gamescom.
What, Ciaran?
Yeah. I mean, I was just gonna say, why save it? It's just a console, a controller, and a release date. That's all it is.
Yeah, just a release date.
Just a release date.
It's hype enough, is it not?
And
You know it's coming out this year.
Right, on you go.
Well, I mean, so as far as limited edition consoles go, yes, I did buy the original Xbox Halo limited edition and the original Xbox 360 limited edition. In fact, I think I have no, I don't have it out. What, Pete?
You bought a limited edition Halo 2 Xbox? Or was it Halo 1?
It was the first Halo. It's the
Okay.
green Xbox. I've got it around here somewhere.
I actually have not seen that in years. I forgot that even existed.
Yes, I have
I
some.
think they put a tweet the other day actually showing off all four of them. So the
Okay,
original Xbox 360, the Xbox One, and then the new
That
one.
might be why, yeah, I haven't seen that tweet, so I'd forgotten that was even a thing. So
Mhm.
carry on, Kylie. My apologies, I'd forgotten about that.
That's fine. And then I did not buy the Xbone version because I didn't think it looked right. It didn't look Halo-y to me.
Which one? What, the Halo 5 one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
Didn't they have a Halo 4 360?
I don't remember.
I don't think so.
Because I didn't
Okay.
get that one. I got the green one.
Yeah.
For me, Halo is either green like Master Chief or blue and purple. And so this one was blue and black. And I just didn't... I mean, it did have like the hexagons and stuff. But I don't know. It just didn't do it for me. So with this one that's out now... I have reservations about several things, and one of them is not an Xbox. Ha ha ha! I did not reserve it.
Was probably one of the worst jokes I think we'll ever have on this cast.
Oh no!
See, it's funny and sad because it's true. I'm
yeah.
pretty sure I saw something saying that like scalpers already have their hands on them and like selling them.
They do, yeah. Like
See-
thousands of pounds at the
Yeah.
moment.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and
So
I
dumb.
I can't abide by that. I have my own moral principles.
Yeah.
And I also don't like that they are pre-selling these, and like Pete doesn't even have his console
Can't even get a Series X, even though I've got an all access, and they're doing absolutely nothing to help the all access customers. Thanks, Xbox.
I don't know what episode it was on, right, of this, but you might remember me saying they're probably going to bring out an Xbox edition
You did.
of the Series
Yeah, you
X
did.
in time
Yep.
for Halo Infinite. And what
To
do
be
you know?
honest, I mean, yeah, you called it right. I mean, let's be honest, it was probably only ever going to be one property that was ever going to cause this.
Yeah,
Right.
And it was the one that was advertised on the back of the Series X box
Yes.
that still didn't come out at that time.
because it looked hideous.
I know. No, I say nothing
Yeah,
about the
I mean,
game. I just find it funny that they advertised it on the back of the Series X box and it's still not out yet.
I say it looked hideous, but Craig was beautiful and always will be beautiful.
It's true.
Anyway,
Yeah.
It's a beautiful soul.
Go on.
So as far as looks go, I'm not. I don't know. I'm not sold on it. Yes, it's cool, and everyone tagged me, ever.
Yeah.
About,
I kept seeing all of those, that and Saints
Yeah.
Row as well. It was like, have you seen this? It's like,
Yeah.
yes, I have. Yes, I have, because you've tagged me 20 times in this now.
Yeah, and I do like that the controller has the Cortana port. Yes.
Which one? The one on the console or the limited edition one?
Limited
The
edition one.
the Elite controller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Elite controller.
I was going to say,
Oh,
mostly the
dear.
controller, because the controller has the Master Chief calls.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
the
dear.
Exactly. So, like, I'm getting the controller for sure. But as far as
I would say don't.
Why?
The Xbox Elite 2 controllers.
I don't fight though. I only shoot, so I don't need to worry about like lag and stuff.
No, it doesn't matter about that. Apparently, the build quality in them is absolutely awful.
That's very
Like
strange.
they break very, very easily, the Elite controllers. And also, do you not find it weird they haven't even updated the controller to have a share button on it now?
I don't notice that.
Yeah, so what they're doing is they're just reprinting like an old Elite
Yeah.
controller with a new design on it, which is kind of stupid. If I'm honest, they should have at least added the extra button on it for share, so it fits more in line with their current gen of consoles.
Yeah. But the actual console, I just didn't think it was very imaginative. I mean, I am a kind of sucker for gold, although it's like gold iridium.
I mean,
What?
I was going to say, looking at that console, I think the design does just scream Halo to me. It just does. I look at that, and yeah, because at the same time, Halo isn't just Master Chief Cortana. Halo is the universe it's set in, and I think it really
I
does
like
capture.
the stars. I like
Halo
the
of it.
stars.
I really think it captures the Halo aesthetic.
Okay.
See,
Yeah,
I
it
don't know.
it
It's. I love black and gold together. I think they look very cool, and I like the stars. But I don't know. Maybe it's just because I'm stuck in 360 era.
It's very possible. Like, would you admit that you're not the biggest 343 fan of what they've done for Halo since Bungie have not been on it?
Definitely, but I mean, they didn't do terrible with Halo 4.
No, and they recovered Master Chief Collection eventually.
Mm-hmm.
No, I think at this point in time, obviously Infinite will surpass it. At least I believe it.
That's
will.
what I really
Master
wanted to.
Master Chief Collection is 343's greatest achievement
Yeah,
since they got put in charge of that.
I do agree
franchise.
with that.
I would say
Absolutely.
I would agree with you. I'd also say that Halo Anniversary Edition on the 360 was an excellent game. So it was a good start for them, but it's been positives like since those, let's say.
Well,
So I am hoping that Infinite changes that around, because I really want Infinite to succeed.
Yeah, and speaking of, December 8th
that's
is a
what
very
I was gonna
interesting,
say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
very interesting release date.
One, I wonder about that myself for two reasons. One, classic Halo always came out in September, late September. But also, is that going to give everyone enough time to buy it for Christmas?
Yes.
It'll be sold out.
No, they don't need to. Game Pass.
Game Pass.
It's on Game Pass.
I'm gonna buy Halo.
It's so there.
The physical version is there for people who want to own a physical version of it, and it's perfect
Then why
for
not
that
release
reason.
it earlier so we can play it more?
Because it won't be ready.
Then
That's
they should
why.
wait.
No, I think they kind of screwed themselves really in this respect by nailing down holiday. They probably should have called it winter, because then that could have slipped into 2022.
Yeah, but you know, I think everyone does it. Everyone calls it holiday.
Yeah.
Because they call it holiday because in their eyes, holiday sales. You know.
Yeah, I know
But
that.
You also need to remember that Halo multiplayer is free, so people will be downloading that, not buying it as well.
Yeah, of course.
And that's like half the game essentially at this point in time, anyway.
Yeah.
And this is what I had reservations about last week, is the fact that they were delaying for certain features of it, that those who want to buy the physical version, Kiley, yourself, won't have that on a disc.
It's the only game I'm ever gonna buy.
What I will say is, right, I'm very happy it's coming out on December 8th. I'm very happy we'll be getting it, not at the very, very end of the year. Because I'm pretty sure December 8th is when I'll be finishing up my first semester of my uni.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, lucky you.
quite timely. But anyway,
I'm basically expecting like messages on December 8th going, Halo guys, jump on right now.
so right guys, that's me maxed at the battle pass, got all my armor. But whatchamacallit, yeah. So what I'm concerned about, we have a release date. We've seen plenty of multiplayer gameplay. Where is the updated campaign gameplay?
That's coming. I think that's going to be next month.
I need it.
Yeah, I'm hoping, because the fact they've not shown it
It's
is
nervous.
because that's the thing, right?
Yeah.
They have such a solid foundation, all thanks to Halo Wars 2 with the Banished. There's such a strong,
True.
like Halo Wars 2, story-wise, is actually really good. I really enjoyed Halo Wars 2. And again, they finally, after so long, found a decent replacement for the Covenant.
Mm-hmm.
And the Banished, I'd say much cooler, because you've got the brutes at the head of it, and the brutes are
Oh,
macho and terrifying. And
yeah.
if you've seen any cutscenes from Halo Wars 2, it's some pretty cool stuff.
Yeah.
So you've got the foundation there.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a matter of whether the quality of the actual narrative is as good as the originals.
It's gotta be.
Like,
I want it to
they've done a
be.
good job before. I think 4 was quite a cool story.
Yeah.
Okay.
5, we can debate on that for.
I don't think there's
Oh,
any debate.
there's no
Kylie,
debate.
Kylie does not debate that game.
That game
But,
does not exist.
Yeah,
My point exactly.
and again, we can briefly mention that. I think there's a lot of discussion to be had around about them bringing out a new version of the Series X already, even though.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I sat there and I got angry about it because I'm still trying to find an original one.
if anything, Pete, you should be compensated by being given one. You should have the option to choose that as your.
I actually
Series X.
agree with that. Yeah.
I'm not going to disagree. They should have done that.
I
They
think
should have given us the option.
I think you have the right to.
Like, because what it feels like to me is that they're very clearly not caring about the original Xbox Series X, like because of this chip shortage, and they just wanted to push sales for this Halo Infinite console because Halo Infinite was supposed to be out last year, and they need to recoup costs somehow.
I mean, what was I gonna say? What was it? Is it what's really strange is the fact they had that whole ad campaign, that marketing campaign around Xbox All Access, which you have, Pete.
Yeah.
The whole song, it's all there. It was quite catchy.
Bought using the All Access program.
And yet, despite how much they've been like incentivizing that program for people.
Yep.
Like so many, I keep seeing you yourself, Pete, and I see many people elsewhere saying I've got this and I've still not got my console.
Yeah, but the thing is,
And
Series S.
You don't know.
That's the thing. Series S's are available. I do not want a Series S. I want a disc drive and I want 4K. Like, I bought a 4K TV for that reason, and yet I still cannot find a native 4K console at this point. I can't find a PS5 and I can't find a Series X.
The scalping problem is a big part of that, and it's
want
very
to pay those
strange that
prices.
at this juncture, it's surprising that these companies haven't been trying to do that. I suppose to them, they're still making money.
They
You know what
don't
I mean?
care because they're raw sales to them.
Yeah, like but something needs to be done about that, because that is a big part of the problem.
Well, eBay's tried and they can't stop it. It's just next to impossible because Facebook Marketplace, it just cropped up on there, and Facebook Marketplace is basically the Wild West of selling. So, you know, so it's kind of stupid, to be honest. Like I like Microsoft, what they've been doing with the approach, but I think this is very what's the word I'm looking for? Tone deaf. It's very tone deaf of them to release a special edition console when people are still struggling to find their base consoles.
You knew exactly what word you're looking for, don't lie, Pete.
No, I actually had a blank moment there. I really did. Which is why I said that.
Like I was just, what's the word I'm looking for? Oh yeah, tone deaf.
Yeah, I might have got a little bit over the top with it. Yeah, I was, admittedly, but that's how annoying it is that I want to be part of the new ecosystem with them, like you guys are, but I can't be, and I'm still playing.
I do love my Series X.
Yeah, so but you have a PC that can play games, so whereas I don't have that option.
Let's not be hasty here. I can run games.
Look, you played Halo Master Chief Collection on your PC. I cannot do that.
That does not require much whatsoever.
Yeah, but I can't even run that.
So
I don't have the alternate option like you do. Oh, Kylie does. So
That's
I'm
good.
kind of stuck on my last generation console here.
But speaking of Nickelodeon, Pete, you've got a third game you want to mention, don't you?
What did that have to do with Nickelodeon? That was
It
the worst
didn't.
segue ever.
It didn't have anything.
It didn't have anything to do. I'm just,
No, you just wanted to avoid talking about that any longer. Okay, yeah. Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl. Of course I was going to mention this because it's a Smash Brothers like game. And I am going to be the first to admit that the initial trailer for this did not do anything for me at all. It did nothing.
Yeah, I remember you saying that.
Like the... Thanks, Kylie.
What?
No, it sounded a bit like an attitude. It's like, yeah, I remember that. Okay,
Just like,
I'm
we know.
It's
We
like,
know.
I just needed the eye roll there, and it would have been perfect. It's like, yes, okay.
Yes.
No, I'm joking. It's fine. Yeah, I wasn't blown away by the first trailer. The characters roster was
It
like
didn't blow you
okay.
away.
It's a bit too obvious for me, if I'm honest. There were a couple of surprise ones, like one of the characters from Our Real Monsters. That's quite a
Yeah.
surprise.
That was weird.
Yeah, but they revealed 2 new characters this time, and they've still got another 6 to come. So they have 8. Shut up, Kylie.
I didn't say anything.
I can see your face.
Don't look at it.
Can't help it.
For reference, audio listeners, Kiley is being incredibly immature.
So what are you saying that I do, Kylie? I just sit like this all the time.
Yes.
So that really looks good for the audience, doesn't it?
That's fake profile.
Anyway, so they revealed April O'Neil. Again, another game that has April O'Neil in it, and it's the exact same design as well, the classic '80s design, which is cool. So hit that nostalgia. Who the heck was expecting CatDog in this? What?
I like it.
Cool.
No, that's why, because I loved CatDog as a kid. So seeing them in there, it was awesome. I was like, this is the weird character that we've needed.
I always wondered how they pooped.
They don't. Either that or it's like the Human Centipede episode of South Park.
Wait, what did Kieran say? What'd you say?
Cartoons, they don't need to. They just have shenanigans and adventures, Kelly. Okay, they're just cartoons.
Cartoons
Look,
poop.
yeah, but South Park is a cartoon, and they showed the mechanics of how that worked.
Let's move on.
We touched a nerve. Brilliant. Yeah, this is looking more and more fun. This is looking ridiculous, and as a result of this, I've kind of gone down the rabbit hole of theory videos now.
Oh my gosh!
Videos. I've now gone full Smash Brothers into
Yep,
this.
you've got a new series. That's awesome.
Yep.
No, right.
My only conundrum is, what the hell do I pick this up on? Do I pick this up on Xbox, PlayStation, Switch? I don't know.
It's you. You
All
pick
three?
it up on
All three?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean-
All 3 maybe?
Yep.
I mean, it's a game that I just think looks like a ton of fun.
Yeah.
It's the sort of game that I wish I knew people who were excited about this so we could actually play some lobbies together. I don't know anyone who's even talking about this yet.
I'll
the thing.
probably get it.
I think it looks really fun. It's great that it's like all these Nickelodeon. 'Cause, you know, it's for me, grew up me and probably most other people who grew up watching Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's so great.
exactly.
Nickelodeon's is my kind of touchstone. Whereas.
I mean, one character I'd love to see is Jurgen von Strangle from Female Parents.
Wow, okay, that's a deep cut.
No, it's not.
That's deep enough for me.
Oh.
I think that was after the fact that I'd stopped watching Nickelodeon shows.
So if it's Fairly Odd
Very
Parents,
odd parents.
Yes, that was... Yeah, I never watched Fairly Odd Parents, but according to the leaked videos, there are potential for a Fairly Odd Parents character to come.
right, guessing right, when Jurgen von Strangle is one, dear Turner, like, you know,
Wow, that was very Arnie there, alright?
That's but he's based
No,
on
okay,
him.
okay.
you can see why I want him in the game, because
Yeah,
that's
fine.
Because Gosman character Timmy Turner, they always scream Turner in
Yeah.
that, in his voice.
Yeah.
And then we also have the Crimson Chin.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
We need the Crimson Chin.
Oh, good
His
old
chin is
Charlino.
like out here.
Yep.
Now, unfortunately, it does feel like the vast majority of this roster has been leaked at this point, though. But it's really interesting to see that the devs are actually looking at those leaks and going, nope, this is actually fake, and this is the reason why it's fake. It's really funny, actually. They've been they're communicating really well with the fans, and I really like that.
In general, Nickelodeon's getting hitting out of the park with these games.
Yeah, especially with Nickelodeon Kart Race that they had a couple of years ago. That was quite revered. Like, people quite like that as well, and it had a really good roster in it. I never got around to playing it myself, but this is well up my alley. I'm so looking forward to this now. So this, I think I need the audience to decide which console I'm playing this on.
I'd say all three.
I haven't got the money for all three. That's the problem. Please be on Game Pass. Please be on Game Pass.
I was going to say, if you say enough prayers from now until the game release, Phil Spencer will.
Father Phil, will answer.
My man, my God, please get this on Game Pass, and I will forever subscribe until the day I die.
People will let you do anything. People will allow you to do anything.
Anything.
Just ask. Anything.
No, I thought being a Game Pass subscriber for the rest of my life, no questions asked, would have been enough.
Yeah. I mean, God knows that.
But he can still do anything he wants.
I had my second vaccine the other day, and I went to bed, loaded up Halo.
Yep, there you go. Just played it in your mind.
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant! We've now gone into the crappy everyone's made that joke territory. So thanks, Ciaran.
I don't think anyone's made a Game Pass vaccine joke. Well, maybe a couple.
What, the 5G joke? Yeah, okay.
It's not a 5G joke. It's a Game Pass joke. The Game Pass is not a joke because Game Pass is the best deal in gaming. So, like,
you can play with yourself.
Oh, look. This is coming from Ciaran, who's sitting there with an Xbox shirt on. He's a bit of an Xbot, I think. But then again, I've got my Bowser shirt on, so I might be a Nintendo ninja.
I've got a black shirt on.
I speak in big trouble.
Yeah, Ciaran, what's your next game?
Oh, see, I was going to touch on something in general and bring up another game. Because you mentioned nostalgia, Pete. Nickelodeon.
I do love me some nostalgia.
I don't know what year I'm in, Pete. Because we're getting Halo again.
Yeah.
We are getting... What was that? We get Saints Row. Now, there's two other ones that just make me go back to my childhood. That being Super Monkey Ball is one of them.
Oh my God, this was cool.
I remember playing Super Monkey Ball on the PlayStation 2.
Oh,
yeah.
And I loved it so much. I see all the party games on it.
The party games. Yeah.
Oh, and then see watching the trailer for it, it just took me back because I remember some of those modes.
Yep.
Being in the one I played in PlayStation 2.
I do remember playing a lot of Monkey Football back in the day.
But what's that coming out? That's the Switch game.
You might want to ban Hammer.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, but I want to be famous. I'm gonna let it ride. No, I'm joking.
I want to be famous. But anyway, yeah. So it's Super Monkey Ball, this new one coming out on Nintendo Switch only. Is that right?
Sorry?
Is the new Super Monkey Ball coming out on Switch only? What's it coming out on?
PS5, Xbox One, Series X. I believe it's on everything.
Because that is one I'd be tempted to get if a bunch of other people got it.
I'm absolutely getting this. Like, Monkey Ball 1 and 2 were like my bag back in the day on the GameCube. So.
And then if I can bring up another game on nostalgia here.
Sorry, so hang on, because we've skipped a kind of a major announcement for this one. And the Persona fans would get angry at us if we didn't mention the fact that Morgana is coming as a guest character. To add on top of the excellent guest characters they've already added, like Kiryu from Yakuza and Sonic and Tails, to the obvious ones. Yeah. But yeah, it's another excellent guest character appearance.
Yeah. But yeah. So another one that takes me back many years and really makes me wonder, what year we are living in. Lego Star Wars is finally mentioned again.
Yes! Woohoo!
And oh boy, Lego Star Wars. I had like all of them. I had like the ones that came out before they made the complete saga, and then I got the complete saga.
Brent, we're getting there. We're gonna cover them at the end. Don't worry, you will not be ignored.
Yeah, but yeah,
yes, I know.
yeah. I mean,
I'm
Lego Star Wars
very
was
happy
interesting.
about that. Mm-hmm.
I also
Yeah.
like the fact that I never played the. See, I'm an OG. I never played a Lego game where they had voices. I played the Lego games when they had mumbles.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
And thankfully they said there's an option to have that rather than dialogue.
To be
And
honest, I actually quite like the idea of having some dialogue in this like now. And it'll give it a new lease on life, basically, rather than just re-releasing the original
No,
saga like again and like because
but
they've re-released it twice at this point.
that's different. I'm usually saying they've like revamped them. I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure
they have.
level,
Yeah, that's what I mean.
like,
But they
new sections of levels and stuff. Like fair
yeah,
enough.
but they could have very easily, like with the episodes 1 to 3 and the original trilogy, they could have very easily just re-released them. They haven't. They look like they've actually retooled them, which is really good. So
Yeah, like,
I guess this is why this has been delayed for about 2 years at this point, because this is
Yeah.
supposed to come out in 2019.
but honestly, this
Kylie,
is
what
yeah.
the-
I'm trying to be good. I'm so.
You see
See,
what we've got? Do you see what we've got to deal with, chat?
I mean, all the listeners, you can't see that.
We're trying to have a really interesting discussion of bad games. Kylie can't sit still.
Kaylee keeps giving Pete dirty looks, saying, "I'm gonna kill you." I'm
Yep.
so bored. And we're trying our hardest not to break down in tears.
I'm holding them
Yeah.
hostage.
Yeah, but yeah, so that's my nostalgia. But one game I think makes for interesting discussion. Amazon's New World, the MMO.
Yeah, I thought that looked interesting as well, but probably not my kind of cup of tea, if I'm honest.
Now, I'm in terms of traditional MMOs like World of
Mhm.
Warcraft or that, even ESO to an extent.
Yeah.
I can't get into them. I can't play them for too long. I get to a certain point where I lose interest. And apparently this is an MMO. This is like not the same way Destiny's an MMO because Destiny doesn't feel like
Yeah.
No, it doesn't.
but this is an actual traditional MMO.
Right.
Yeah, it does get that impression to me.
Yeah. And apparently from the playtests that like happened in the kind of I think it was actually a closed beta or something.
Mhm.
I got a really good response. They were saying it was over Twitch, which it was. I remember it being a lot of people
Yeah.
streaming it, and it did get a really good reception. People did voice, some feedback, which is always good. And that was the whole point of the beta.
Yeah.
And I think this will be really big for Amazon games to finally have a game come out, be a success, and not have to be pulled off of shelf.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
If anyone can remember Amazon's Crucible,
Yep.
Oh, it was
I-
a disaster.
I remember trying to play it and I couldn't because the game just wouldn't work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they took it off, and I thought, oh, okay, that's fine. I'm going to go and fix it. No,
I-
they just got
they
rid of
just
it.
didn't,
They just
yeah.
put it.
Yeah, I think given the situation with what's happened with Stadia and Crucible, if this one does not do numbers, I think that Amazon won't be involved in game development for too much longer.
Yeah, Bezos will throw them at the airlock on his next 10 minutes.
Yep.
Yeah, he'll chuck them to the walls so you can add some extra money to that penis rocket of his.
You just
Oh, yeah.
wanted to say penis.
Damn straight I did. I just want to call him out for every time that rocket goes up.
Yeah.
And that's why I
Yeah.
said that intentionally.
Looking at New World, I think it's a really cool world they've created with it, and from the gameplay I've seen, actually it's a really kind of cool gameplay.
Mhm.
Well, especially the PvP side of things looks quite interesting.
It does look good.
Yeah, but everything else I kind of had down.
I'm going to have to mention something because it's been brought up by Brent in the chat. I also wanted to touch on it briefly because I know I'm already buying this game. Game Pass. Forza Horizon 5 looks so epic. They showed the opening 10 minutes of the game, or the opening mission of the game, and it looks absolutely stunning. Playground game, honestly, they are showing off at this point with how good their engine is. It's so ridiculous how good it is. So, yeah, I know Brent's interested. I don't know if you guys are going to be interested in it at all, but I would highly recommend giving it a try because Forza Horizon 4 was an absolute knockout.
Is that Forza controller? Is that $200? That was a cool looking
No,
controller.
it was like 60 quid.
So the Halo one is $200.
I'll
The
be
Halo
honest.
one's like,
I actually wasn't overly blown away with the design of it, but I do like its orange
I just
cover.
like all the colors.
I wasn't fond of it. I do like the orange color of it, but
Isn't it like
the
pink
paint
and stuff?
splattering wasn't for me.
Yeah, that's what I like stuff.
Yeah, I didn't particularly like that much. I saw that it sold out in like 5 minutes though, which
What,
was
Karen?
crazy to think.
my God. Probably find on eBay though.
Oh yeah, it'll definitely be on eBay.
What were you gonna say?
Yeah. I was gonna say, I mean, Pete, anything else you want to bring up on Forza?
No, the game looks stunning. I'm already sold day one, so you know it's on Game Pass. So I might even, because I've got a notification through like to be able to pre-install like Halo and possibly Forza now as well. So I probably
You
am
wanna
going
do
to do that.
I've already beat you in the Halo front.
Yeah, but I'm not.
I,
Admittedly, I wasn't completely sold on Halo like you guys are, because I'm not a Halo fan like you guys are. But I will preload because I know that I'm going to get some games with you guys.
Honestly,
Will you?
I don't-
Will you
I don't know if
preload?
you've noticed, there's you can get a
I will
dynamic.
preload it, yes.
You can get a Halo Infinite dynamic background for the Xbox now.
Yeah.
Which I
Yeah,
have.
but it's for Series X and I can't get it.
Oh, is it only? Oh,
Well, yeah, dynamic backgrounds are an X-Gen feature.
oh is it? I didn't know
Yeah.
that. I thought it was just an Xbox thing.
I think, at least I think it is. Oh, only Halo multiplayer is available for pre-install. That's a shame.
Yeah,
According
well,
to Brent.
that free to play one obviously. So
Oh yeah, of course. But
Yeah.
once that campaign one goes up, I'm gonna get straight on that. But I probably will pre-install Horizon 5 at this point. So once I do that, I'll remove Horizon 4 off my hard drive.
yeah, but another game I was really, I mean a couple of smaller ones again just to bring up that I liked. Jurassic World 2 or Jurassic World Evolution 2.
Yeah.
Sorry. Because I loved the first one, being able to actually build your own Jurassic Park, essentially, and I loved it. You know,
Yes.
I grew up reading books on dinosaurs and being able to name them all. I might mention this before, but as a kid, I loved dinosaurs. I loved them all so much, and I had all these toys of dinosaurs. I had the books of dinosaurs. I could name every dinosaur, almost. You know, I can name every dinosaur to the point a 5-year-old can.
Yeah.
But yeah, I loved it. So playing that game was really fun, and that came out. And the second one looks good because it does look bigger. But the big
Yeah.
problem was the maps were kind of
Yeah.
small, condensed,
Small.
didn't have much space to work with. But this, it looks as if like I don't know if they say anything about it, but from the trailer, the gameplay trailer showed off, it's as if the actual parks you build in are actually US national parks.
It seemed
Obviously-
that way, didn't it?
Obviously because of the way the second film ended. Essentially dinosaurs being introduced to the planet again.
Yep.
Yeah.
So this has been really cool. To kind of see that and how kind of essentially the National Park Service has to like
Yeah.
preserve these different species. But as well, at the end of the trailer, they teased a gladiatorial arena with a
Yeah.
T-Rex in it.
Yeah.
So see
That
if you
looks
can actually hold cage matches with dinosaurs for entertainment. That's brilliant. Unethical. It's unethical
It's
completely.
completely.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh my god! Because one of the most fun things about Jurassic World Evolution 1 was just destroying a fence so that a
Mhm.
dinosaur can loose in your park for a bit. And
Yes.
just see have fun.
Nice.
Yeah, and
Excellent bit of chaos.
then
Yeah,
and then you can
Two-
like
two- yeah, see watching two dinosaurs fight each other as well, so it's just so fun. So actually having a thing in game for that
yes.
in this one, it's gonna be so cool.
Yeah.
Plus the thing that added aquatic dinosaurs.
I was
Yeah.
about to say, yeah, if you hadn't have mentioned it, they did have those, and that does
Yeah.
look kind of cool.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. I'm not too big in like park and city builder things, but I really like that
Yeah.
one.
Speaking of parks and city builders, I can't remember the name of the game, but they did announce a new one, didn't they?
Yeah, Bandai Namco.
Yes.
And I can't remember the name of it. I know but it's
But
like where you
I-
like all these wacky rides in this
Yeah.
park.
I thought this looked cool, and I'm actually really interested in this one. And
Yeah.
I'm not massive on park builders since theme park, so this might finally get me back in.
Yeah, that one does look really fun, especially if you do have a little bit of freedom to actually design the rides yourself.
I really
I
hope
think that was
so.
a big part of the trailer.
Didn't Planet Coaster have something similar to that?
I think it might have, because I know Planet Coaster is the kind of definitive theme park.
yeah.
Hmm.
It does.
Oh, yeah, thanks, Kylie, for confirming that. I know you would have played Planet Coaster more
Yes.
than anybody, so.
I have.
Well, yeah. What about similar? Did they have a similar thing with Planet Zoo as well?
What specifically? What do you mean?
What, you could build your own enclosures rather than having presets?
No,
Yeah.
It's fully customizable.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
that's what I quite like about certain things like that, because I felt like certain older simulation games, builder games, they were just preset, obviously, because of memory limitations
Right.
and stuff like that. So now we're getting to the point where you can actually design your own stuff. That's more interesting to me.
that's thing like just with Evolution even that, because like you'd literally just be able to designate an enclosure just by building each individual fence and like basically just craft it yourself.
Hey, wasn't it called Park Story or something like that? Something similar to that.
This new one?
New one.
I don't think so.
I'm gonna try and have a look and see.
Yeah.
I
can't remember the name, but it does look like a fun one.
Yeah.
And the other little thing I want to bring up is the fact that somehow, through some dark deal between Epic and Disney, Fall Guys is getting a Jungle Book crossover. Obviously on theme with the seasons.
Yeah. I think that was the only thing about
it.
it that excited me, was the fact it was kind of on brand, but I don't like the look of these skins. I think they look awful.
Well, I mean, obviously they look very like authentic to the actual characters, like as if they have actually just made the kids into costumes, which is nice. I guess. I mean, some of them do look a bit like they're very niche. We'll say that.
Right.
But the King Louis one, though, that looks good because that's essentially just an orangutan.
Yeah.
And that looks like a fun one.
Park Beyond.
Park Beyond.
That does look cool.
But yeah, so that was the other thing I want to bring up.
Anything else, like, before we go to the comments?
That's what I really wrote down. I mean, I put some stuff down with Jeff. So Jeff. Because Jeff Kiley, we all know him, we all love him. And he's out in force again with his boyish charm and his talent for presentation.
I know why you're saying this, because you have a similar Jeff Keighley, like, boyish, good look charm to you.
Well, I wasn't going to say that, Pete, but you said it's not me.
Look, everybody in the chat has already mentioned, like, basically that on Friday anyway, so... I mean, Deadbeat Punk already mentioned it before we went, when we went live anyway, so...
And of course, Jeff, of course, I'm really happy that Jeff had to mention to us that he is going to be he's getting a cameo in Disney's new Haunted Mansion movie. I'm very happy for him, and I'm so glad he felt the need to tell us that at the very end. You know, save the best for last and all of that.
That was the big reveal.
Can I make a reference in here? Oh my god, who the hell cares?
Okay,
Jeff Keighley does. He's going to be in a Disney movie. And probably a very small cameo.
Yeah, but how much of the audience really cared about that?
But the important bit is that Jeff cared.
Yeah. Plus,
Jeff cared enough to put it in his own show. That's a bit egotistical, isn't it?
Don't you dare insult Jeff that way. Don't you dare talk about him that way.
I talk about Jeff Shealy how I like. Thank you.
What I will say is there was one moment where like, the kind of lighting was like weird on his face, and he looks quite scary. And I thought he could actually play a really good villain to some superhero, like Green Goblin or perhaps even Joker.
He might be able to.
But that just shows how vast his talent is, I guess.
Versatile.
Anyway.
Versatility of this man.
Okay, I love the fact that we've gone through all this discussion, and now I'm going to break it by saying we haven't mentioned anything about Call of Duty Vanguard and good.
I think that was that not deliberate? I didn't want to bring it up because
because it sucked.
No, I wasn't because I wasn't going to bring it up. I wasn't going to bring it up because
I know the reason why, but I'm just saying it looks terrible. I just thought it looked terrible anyway, and I wasn't going to support the game anyway.
I think it's quite interesting that they decided to bring out Laura Bailey on stage. I think that was very deliberate.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely was.
100%.
Oh, I've been so excited about working on a Call of Duty game, even though Activision Blizzard are absolutely terrible people.
Yes.
Yeah, well done.
But yeah, like in terms of shooters this year, right? Battlefield and Halo are the ones that have my time.
Battlefield is the one for me that's got my interest the most.
Hell yeah.
Battlefield's out soon as well, isn't it?
October?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's close.
Right, we're getting it. We're jumping in. Like, I want to grapple hook my way around a tornado.
I really, really get into those games, by the way.
Yeah, well, we're getting into it.
Remember, you don't need to pay for Halo multiplayer, so why not spend that money?
That's what I'm doing, my friend.
On,
And I don't need to spend the money on Forza Horizon 5 either, so I've got money to burn.
Because we'll have Game Pass. And Game Pass is actually getting a lot of games, I can't remember. But that just goes to show how much effort Xbox putting into getting more games.
Oh gosh, here we go. Hashtag ad.
No, I'm just saying.
Hashtag sponsor. Come on, we've got to wrap this up now. We have. We've gone on long.
Yeah, but yeah, I think we've covered pretty much everything. I mean, any closing thoughts on any games or anything you want to, or Gamescom in general?
Kylie?
It's boring.
You know what? Kev, I could
I respect it.
I could tell you, but Kev, for someone that likes video games, you didn't have much to say on perhaps one of the bigger video game events and showcases of the year.
I like talking about video games, but I don't care about Gamescom. Does that make sense?
But Gamescom
Is it very similar to how you feel about E3?
Yeah, like I love talking about video games.
But you just can't stand sitting around watching all of this because it doesn't keep your attention.
No, I can't.
Well,
That's fair. I get that.
I mean, Pete, you couldn't stand sitting watching us talk about it right now.
I know, because I've just seen her rocking back and forward constantly.
Well, the thing is, audience, what you don't know is that I didn't want to interrupt them too.
Okay.
So
anyway, I'm going to read some comments.
What, Kieran? What'd you say? Wait, I want to know what Kieran said. What'd you say?
Can you try to make us feel guilty, Pete, because we interrupted? I think that's what that was. That was very passive aggressive.
No, I am not passive aggressive.
No, I was going to say, if there's anything I know about Kylie, she's upfront about everything. Trust me on that one.
You know what, chat? I'm not saying today because I didn't want to interrupt these two because they never interrupt.
Okay, right. So, anyway, moving away from this annoying subject, Sencho put, what if they put Master Chief into KOF 15? I guess that was aimed at Kylie and Ciaran, because if they put Master Chief in a fighting game, would you get interested? Did it do it for you when they put a Spartan in DOA 4? Probably not, so probably not. Yeah.
I mean, I liked it, or I like it.
Yeah, that's because you like those jiggle physics.
I don't like the jiggle physics. I did it again! I did it again!
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh! I did it again.
Yeah. Gonna add a little quack in there, I think.
So,
Nah, I'm leaving it.
That's
I'm
the title of
absolutely
this episode.
I'm so doing it.
I think that would get us banned.
I don't care. It's happening.
It will get us banned, Pete.
If you did want to get us banned, then you wouldn't have said it.
For this, I think it's safer if we have Gamescom somewhere in the title.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, we are gonna. Don't worry, I'll sort that out anyway. So, Brent put, don't forget about Forza and xCloud on consoles. I didn't even know they announced xCloud on consoles now, or whatever.
Well,
yeah.
it was coming. I just didn't know.
Okay. He also put he had the Halo 360. He's pre-ordered the Forza controller. So good, well done, Brent. I'm glad that you were able to get one. I know you're excited about the game, so excellent. He mentioned that the Halo controller, the Elite controller, is almost the same price as a Series S. So, yeah. He's asked, will xCloud on the Xbone help? Maybe not. It'll help with performance for sure, I think. But, anyway, so apparently only Halo multiplayer is available for pre-install and Forza. He said he'll stick with Enlisted, and I'll wait for Battlefield to make it to Game Pass.
That's fair enough.
I can't believe he didn't mention xCloud on consoles. Well, we just did. And he's literally just put episode title, Jizzle Physics.
Nope.
No. Executive decision made by Ciaran here. I know, we are good.
I still can't believe I did that again.
I know, anyway. So, we have something a little bit extra special for you for the moment.
Oh, right. Oh, that's why we need to stay on task. Right.
Thank you. So, I am going to... I think last week there was an announcement on the Rapid Reviews UK Twitter page that our lovely overlord Mike had been using a Nikon Xbox controller. He is very impressed with it from what I can see, but this led to the fact that we had that the site had one to give away, and we've been tasked with announcing the winner, which I don't know why Mike would ever do this to us. We nearly forgot about it, clearly.
So, for reference, the Nikon Pro compact controller for Xbox is a lovely piece of kit.
Thank you.
Mike. Fully programmable using the app, nice and light, textured grip, long detachable cable, and you get a Dolby Atmos activation included.
Oh,
So
Dolby Atmos activation as well. That's good.
All around, and it's got a very distinct look from kind of standard Xbox controllers as well. So,
Sure.
feeling for something unique.
So, in terms of the competition, you had to basically, on Twitter, explain the first game that you would play using this controller for a chance to win it. So I am going to announce that the winner of that competition is the user at Mellow Matters on Twitter. Mellow Matters. So he stated that he would play Red Dead Redemption 2 first with this. So exciting to Kiley. So congratulations, Mellow Matters. You are the winner. Get in contact with Mike at Rapid Reviews UK on Twitter via DM to claim your controller. And must also preface this by saying thank you very much to Nikon for providing this excellent prize to give away.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure as well. Is not Mike not also try and get in contact with him as well, or is it?
I think it's that they have to contact them to, have to get in contact with Mike to say, yeah, I'm this guy.
There will be contact nonetheless.
There will be, yeah. Get in contact with Mike, and if you haven't in 48 hours, then I don't know. I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
There's always anything that's false here.
No. Right, but Kylie,
Yes.
do you want to close this out?
Yes, I do. So, thank you for joining.
Going back to your normal hosting duties.
Yeah, I've had like nothing to do the last few episodes. I usually read ad copy. I didn't even have to. I'm just chilling, man.
I'm glad you've had a nice
Yeah. Chilling, man.
I was chilling.
You know.
Yeah.
Come on. Yeah, when I have to keep us on track, that's a bad day.
You always keep me on track.
Not the last few weeks.
That's just because Kieran's here.
We're burning daylight, people.
I know we are. Come, close us out, Kylie, please.
Yes. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you to our audio listeners. Thank you to chat. And remember, you can always join us live over at over at twitch.tv/Rapid Reviews, where you can chat with us as we do this thing.
Like our amazing watchers like Brent and Sencho, Deadbeat Punk, and various other people who join us live.
It's a great little community.
But of course, we also love you guys, our audio listeners.
Of course we do. We wouldn't be here without the audio listeners, because we've never, we didn't always do this on Twitch.
Well, so they finished that for me. I was going to say a special thank you to our audio listeners. And don't forget that Rapid Reviews podcast is a supplement to the Rapid Reviews website, where we put rapid reviews. Hey, there you go. We put reviews up almost daily, definitely weekly, from AAA to indie. And so what we're going to do now is find out, Pete, where can they contact you?
Oh, now you come to me first when we're closing the show out. I'm joking. No, Kylie, don't take anything from that. I'm joking. You could follow me at Pete Beckett1 on Twitter, which is spelled BCKETT and the number 1. And whilst we're doing some shameless self-promotion, the Never Watchers podcast as well, where you can get your fix of the Marvel Cinematic Universe with
Pete
me
hot
and
takes.
Kurt. And some very bad hot takes, I might add. But they are my hot takes.
There you go.
And we all know how they fare. So please give that podcast a follow. But most importantly, keep listening to Rapid Reviews Radio, because it's our baby.
Yeah. And Ciaran, what about you?
As always, you can find me on Twitter at TheMcGinn, which is TheEmcgin. On there, you can find me occasionally talking politics, just very occasionally, retweeting some stuff, games and all. Associate things, not associate things, just anything I see on Twitter, I will retweet. So if you like things, political things, games things, yeah. And top of games things, you can also on there find a link to rapidreviews.com where I review an assortment of games, which I'll have a review coming out. I know people, believe it or not.
No. I'm more disappointed that you got the address wrong. RapidReviewsUK.com.
I do it all the time. Sincere apologies, folks. But yes, on rapidreviewsuk.com, you can find my reviews, the reviews from our wonderful team, also the occasional feature here and there, and you can also on my Twitter find a link to my own personal blog at postplayreview.com. Yeah,
Which will also be in the podcast description.
Yeah, which again I need to catch up on. It's just up and off. I've got to do some movie stuff mainly. That's the stuff I'm watching recently. I'm writing notes for.
Okay, I have a quick question about said blog. How would you feel about some guest submissions?
I'd be open to it.
I want to start reviewing movies again, so I might hit you up with that in the week.
Okay, Pete, get in touch. See, folks, you're getting in a working here. Let's check it the backdoor deals. But yeah,
this is how big man Phil does it. All those backroom deals.
Backdoor deal.
This deal, it's gonna be edge. Yeah, that's from me. That's it from me.
Yes.
Kylie, can you please let the wonderful people know where they can follow you if they so choose?
If you so choose, you can follow me at KILEYTEHGREET. That's all I have to say about that.
And that's on Twitter, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think that's going to do it for us.
I one more thing, because I always forget to mention it. You can email feedback, comments, episode suggestions, guest suggestions to podcast@rapidreviewsuk.com.
It's true.
And I always forget to mention the email. I apologise.
That's why my mind is blue.
Yeah.
That's the first time I think I've ever heard this.
Yes.
Okay. I think it might be on the outro. I can't remember.
I think it is. But
That's going to wrap it.
that's going to wrap it up for this week's episode. We will see you and talk to you next week. Bye.
Stay classy.
Catch you on the flip side.
Okay then. So that's the podcast done.
And with 10 minutes to spare, Pete, look at that.
Look at
Yes.
that.
Well, we've got to do our, obviously,
Post-ramble.
Yeah.
I guess we have to.
We have to talk to our
For you
wonderful
guys
chat.
in chat.
Well, you know what? Post-ramble. No, I was literally just going to, you know what I feel about the post-ramble? And then I'm just going to disconnect, but I'm not going to do that. I wouldn't do that to our wonderful.
Oh,
I think
goodness.
that was a good length episode anyway. That was great.
It was, yeah.
I
We covered
was
it
good.
quite in depth.
I didn't say bad words. I didn't make
Oh,
sexual
from
jokes.
physical.
I mean, Kelly, you didn't really say anything, which is a real
I
shame.
was
Like,
Yeah,
it's-
it
Trying
was a
to
real
be
shame.
good, and I didn't want. And to be fair, every time I did talk, I did get in, which is fine. I'm okay with that.
No, I'm glad that you got to talk about Saints Row quite passionately, which is what I wanted from this anyway.
Yeah, that was quite.
I'm
nice
just
of you.
disappointed that you just decided you were like, I've got nothing, and it was like, well, what about Halo?
Oh, I was saving that because I thought like Ciaran and I would like do that at the end or something. Because to me, that
Again,
was,
I mentioned that like the only thing I really had to really say about Xbox was the kind of implications of the announcement, i.e., the console shortage.
Yeah, of course, but
Exactly.
I thought because
and
we
the
were
date.
going round. Yeah, I thought because we were going round, it was like, right, it's got to Kylie, it's a natural point. Oh, I've got nothing else to mention. But why not mention Halo now?
It was the big one. I wanted to talk about it last. But
No, there were bigger games.
Yeah, I mean, Marvel's Midnight Suns. That's probably.
I mean, Shredder's Revenge.
Well, you know, each to their own. Each to their own.
Exactly, and that's the good thing about this, is that's what we obviously emphasise, is that we're all excited about some very different games. No surprises, I was excited about the fighting games, of course.
Yeah, it's true.
I'm very obvious.
Also, by the way, I have an epic name for Friday. See if we're doing silly names again on Friday. I've got an epic name.
Oh yeah, we did mention this on
I guess you're gonna do a name reveal until Friday.
No. We'll do that on Friday. But I think what was it? We suggested on Friday's stream like some ideas for some tier listing. So we might get a few of those.
Yeah. So the audience has requested tiers come back.
Oh poop! Oh dear! I've just realised I'm not there on Friday. Oh crap! Yeah, I've got poker. I completely forgot about that until just now.
We will talk about that off air because Chad has made it very clear.
You guys.
No, I did a bad. This is totally on me, guys. I apologise. So my bad.
Brent says, Pete, you're not excited to play serious games via xCloud on your Xbone?
Not really, to be honest.
It
It won't be the same because there'll be some input lag, there'll be a delay, there'll be potential for the quality to drop. There's all these implications around streaming games that could. I'd rather have, if I'm honest, I'd rather have the native experience, i.e. on a Series X, where it will look nice and fresh in place of my Xbox One X.
But Pete, with reference to your request, yes, I was thinking, because again, I seem to be lacking motivation, and see if I don't have a good starting line for a review or something, it annoys me and I won't go back until I get something. So I'm sitting, the ones I've took notes for that I want to go see and want to write a review for is the Suicide Squad, the Green Knight, which still isn't out yet.
Yep.
Mortal Kombat.
Oh dear.
I've still got to do review of Loki because I've done the other two Marvel series, so I need to do Loki, and I really enjoyed Loki because that's when I say it is the best.
Yep. How would you feel? And I'm not excited about the film at all. How would you feel about me doing one for Shang-Chi for you?
You know what, Pete? That would be. If you want to do that, go ahead. Because I don't even know if I'm going to end up seeing it in cinema, if I'm being honest.
I'll go and see it because I can get cinema tickets for cheap, so I'll go.
If you want to do that, Pete, I'm more than happy to host you.
Gives me a reason to go and see a film I'm not excited about.
I've heard it's quite good, so I do want to see it.
There's no fanfare for it whatsoever. I've barely seen any advertisement for it either, which is very unusual for a Marvel
I think
film.
that's where there's been a lot of controversy from, because I'm pretty sure Steve Lee called out Marvel for that.
Yeah. I was fine. I was just waiting for you to finally do your DT of Jaina.
Jenny.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you.
Yeah, no, but if you would do that, I'm more happy. Because I'm pretty sure there's a way for me to just like add someone.
Yeah, cool. Well,
things. So that is
yeah, I will admit that my reviews are long. So you might need some editorial on it.
Do not worry, Pete. I will do that.
Okay,
If need be, I will help you with that, Chief.
Sweet. And in the worst case scenario, Kylie will help out on that too.
Yeah,
we all know how my Back 4 Blood impressions went. All right, you needed to step in and help with that.
But I do really need to get more stuff up on that stage. Just 'cause I've been doing stuff for the site as well, like rapid reviews.
Yeah, and you've got uni stuff going on as well, so fair enough, really.
But yeah, I'm going to try and get the Suicide Squad review up. And I really want to see the Green. I really want to see the Green Knight, but
yeah.
Such rave reviews. Still not sure when it's supposed to come out here.
Bloody COVID, you know. And it's one of those films, you know, you could go to a dodgy site, right? But
yeah, you could.
It's one of what I see in cinema. It's one of what I see in cinema.
You need that experience. If it's a film that you're excited about, you need to have it on the big screen. You know, the real experience of it. Yeah. Because that's the thing that I think people take for granted, is the fact that going to the cinema is an experience.
That's why I'm building one next year.
Good, because it better be ready by freaking fanfare.
Supposed to be, should be.
Well, it better be.
Yeah.
I will lambast you if it's not.
One thing I need to do in my site as well, I'm going to need to update some reviews that done when I first started my blog, because they're probably just not as good.
It's not that they're not as good. They just don't have your personality in them.
Yeah. So, because I think the first one I've ever done was Gears Tactics, and that wasn't actually too bad in terms of. I just think I could improve it, because Gears Tactics was actually really good. I enjoy Gears Tactics. See someone that enjoys XCOM again. I really like Gears Tactics.
Yeah.
Gears Tactics took what was great in XCOM and added the Gears touch. It's just nice.
That's good. Okay. Yeah, I was just having a look at it, and there's still no official UK release date for Green Knight, which is really disappointing.
Yeah, I think it's a film like I want to use as reference from my screenplay I'm writing for my dissertation. Because I'm doing an Arthurian thing, and this, like, from what I've read, this is like the most authentic recreation of a Arthurian tale made in cinema.
Yeah.
But in terms of visually, the cinematography is apparently one of its greatest aspects. But as well, apparently the language and everything about it is just. So I'm sitting here, like, you know.
You're frozen.
That's the perfect freeze.
Yeah,
That's
you're
the
frozen.
perfect freeze.
On a very
Of a frozen.
Yeah, in a very Shakespearean.
Oh no, you're good. You were good. Yeah, you would literally look like you were holding a skull. It's very Shakespearean. Exactly.
I think the only Shakespeare thing I've read, and it was only because I had to, was in English. It was Othello, and Othello was alright.
Othello's good. Yeah, Othello's good.
I had to do King Lear in college.
King Lear's okay. It's okay. It's got some levels to it that's nice.
I am not the biggest Shakespeare fan, but that's probably because I heard this on a podcast actually. I just don't understand it. I think once you grasp the understanding of it, I think it becomes genius. I
don't like Othello, from what I remember of it. It's just against Shakespeare. I'm like, yeah. I like it. I like Romeo and Juliet starting the.
Oh, don't you dare! Don't you dare! What, you mean with John Leguizamo in it as well?
He was amazing in that!
Yeah,
John Leguizamo?
It was horrible.
It was horrible.
I remember the first time I watched, the first and only time I ever saw it was in English.
Yeah, me too.
Your English class. And I was like, what is this? I was like, that's Leonardo DiCaprio.
This is the fact that they get into a massive shootout at the beginning of the film.
Oh, it's brilliant. Yeah, because it's not like gangs or something. Oh,
it's so weird. It really is.
So bizarre. Oh, yes, phenomenal.
Anyway, I think that's gonna finish us today.
Yeah.
It's 5 o'clock. I'd better make sure I go.
Alright, thanks.
So if you guys want to stay on for a few more minutes, then you can. But I have to call it a day.
No, Kieran doesn't want to hang out with me.
No,
you say after he called you for an hour yesterday to help you with Destiny, so.
Yeah. So chat, thank you so much for chilling with us, chilling like villains. And we will see you sometime this week. I think
we're gonna
talk about that.
We'll talk about that in our weekly meeting of some sorts. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll pop a message in our chat about what they would think we'll do this week.
Yeah, because see my very special Discord message I have ready.
Yeah.
I don't want to use it if not all three of us are there.
Okay.
It's.
Yeah, I apologise for that. I really completely screwed the pooch on that one.
Don't worry about it.
It's all right. At least I'm not taking it off for a headache. I'm kidding, Kieran. I'm joking.
Right.
Let's do it a day.
Alright, chat. It was nice to see you today.
No, I totally understand why you would take it off, because staring at a screen with a headache is the worst thing in the world.
Headaches are literally the worst.
Yeah, they are. They're horrible. I had one just before we streamed as well, and I nearly pulled out myself, so. Don't.
Okay, I'm saying bye now, chat.
Yes, before you say anything worse.
I know, I've been very good.
Yeah, okay. See you later, everyone. Thanks for tuning in.
Bye, guys.
Bye.